Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I shall be using my watercolours in my calendar of firsts to paint the ripe tomatoes that are growing on my tomato plant at the moment. So I will get straight into the painting. I have pre-wetted my watercolours just by spraying them gently with my water spray, and I'm going to start by using raw sienna on this tomato here. Just add a little bit more water into that. Now this particular tomato is still green, so I'm going to add cobalt blue into the raw sienna. And it needs a touch more of this sienna. There. I'm keeping the lightest parts here in the middle. And I think that I'll add some cadmium, brighten everything up, cadmium yellow. And a little more of the cobalt blue over the top. And I'm just trying to keep this part in the middle here lighter. Now the tomato underneath that one is green also. So again, I'm starting with the raw sienna and just dropping in cobalt. Oh, what a lovely green. And just popping some more, dropping in some more of the cadmium yellow. Now, this tomato here had just started to ripen. So I'm just dropping a little bit of the orange, but I need to take care that this doesn't all turn into mud and turn brown. I think I'll brighten that up a little bit. Ooh, a lot, with some cadmium red. There. And then I want to take a little ultramarine blue, which is just a darker shade of blue, and just add that as a bit of a shadow. Into this tomato here. I'm painting in my calendar of firsts notebook, which is, I use a Moleskine soft backed diary as my calendar of first book. I've been keeping it since January and it's become a real treasure. I must make a video that flips through and shows you all the past entries that I have worked on. I think that would be a fun video. So I'm just keeping going back over using these same colours just to create shape to the tomatoes. Now then, this tomato here is another greeny orange coloured tomato. So I want to build up the greens. I do like that colour there with the cadmium yellow dropped in. I'm just going to use my brush with no paint and just soften those edges. And then I'm going to drop in some of the cadmium red here, just to make my tomato blush a little. It looks a little bit pale, so I'll just add a little bit more. Can you see how my brush was quite dry there? So I'm just adding a little bit of water to encourage it to blend. And then sweeping a dampened brush. Okay. And I'm just dropping back in some raw sienna. Okay. Now, I'll start up here and this is some cadmium red. Just going back over. Just deepen the red. And I'm going to just lift a little bit of it just to give a shine. So I've just dried off, cleaned my brush, dried it off slightly. Just to give a highlight, and then I'll put a little bit of the cobalt blue at the bottom of the tomato, which works nicely as a shadow. Nice shadow effect. Just encourage that to blend a little bit more. And same here for this one. Now I want to be careful here, just so the two watercolours don't meet. I don't really want them to blend too much. I apologise, my camera stopped recording and I'm not sure how much of that you missed, but I'll carry on. I just want to brighten up the greens here. So I'm using some more of the cadmium yellow just to really boost colours here. There, like that. And then I'm going to use a mixture of the raw sienna and cobalt blue, and I most likely will drop in some more of the cadmium into here just for the stalk. I'll get them all done first and then start dropping in to brighten or darken as needed, as necessary. So back with the cobalt blue. As I always say, my work is never very neat at all. But it gives me a lot of joy and pleasure to create in my nature journal. Now then, I'm going to use the cadmium yellow more along, just slightly to the left hand side of the stalk, just to imitate the light. And then I'm just going to drop it in a few places on the leaves. Now I believe these leaves here could do with just darkening a touch. So I'll drop in some ultramarine just here and there. And I think we could do a little bit of shadow here. On this tomato. I'm just going to blend that in with a wet brush. There we are. So thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video. I really hope it's been helpful. I'm so sorry part of the video is missing. I shall give you a rundown of the products, the colours I used on my blog. So if you'd like to pop over and visit, it's www.raisinglittleshoots.com, and I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for watching.